Hey guys, what is going on? DeltaBot here, and we're back with some Does It Drift. This time we're doing it classy with the Rolls-Royce Dawn. This thing weighs slightly more than the apartment building I live in. It's convertible. It's got suicide doors though, which is always cool. And it's a Rolls-Royce, so they aren't really meant to be fast. It's got a big engine in it. I think that's what, a twin turbo V12, something like that. So I'm sure it's got a lot of power, but I have my doubts. But there's only one way to find out. So I don't really know what to tell you guys. I've drifted 3 corners with it, and it's great. This is so confusing. This car weighs 4,400 pounds. How is it good? I don't get it. I mean, the engine, like, torque curve wise is ridiculous. Like, it's a plateau of torque. But I don't understand how this car is as well composed as it is. It's so easy to drift. I've never had a car this early in the video where I'm just like, yup, I can just commentate over this while I drive it, because it's just, oh, well, there goes that narrative. One thing I will say is this car is extremely slidey. Like, and it's not the same issue that the Range Rover had, where I had the anti-roll bars too tight. This one is more, the car weighs so damn much. The tires, it's too much for the tires. They just don't want to hook up. And because of that, it tends to go wide, and you have to be very careful about both your angle and your speed. You have to actually get more angle than you otherwise would, and just because that helps, keep your car from sliding out into a wall. And those two are not having good times up there. And you have to watch your speed, because this thing doesn't slow down when you're skidding, really. But oh my god, it's so easy it's so easy. It really is. And it doesn't make any sense. This car is a convertible that weighs, yeah, that's the one I don't know how I'm going to fix that. Maybe lower the tire pressure a little bit, but the whole sliding out thing is really annoying. Oh! But yeah, no, this thing is, oh my, it's so weird. Yeah, that 90-degree entry was not executed properly, sir. Oh my god. I gotta stop hitting things. Oh, dude, no, move. Or don't move, just please don't get in my way. This car is, I don't really, like everything I know about drift cars, this thing just Circumvents. Yeah, I did that last lap. It's way too heavy. It's a convertible, although this roll cage looks ridiculous. Like, I mean, it just looks so stupid. But because of that, it makes it so much better. I'm driving a Rolls-Royce with a roll cage in it because YOLO. I can't believe I just said that. But everything about this car is wrong, but it works so well. I'm not going to say it's my favorite car because it just kind of slides itself. You don't really have to work for it. It's that easy. I mean, honestly, this is a really good beginner car. It sounds so weird, but this is a really good beginner car. I just don't really like it because it slides too much, and while I could probably fix that, it would take a lot of work. And then there's the engine itself. While it has plenty of torque, it feels kind of meh on top end. I mean, the power curve is still good, but it doesn't feel as punchy as I would like a car to be on top end. And on top of that, it sounds like how do you make a V12 sound bad? It sounds like a vacuum cleaner. This sounds slightly better than a Nissan GTR with no exhaust. Like, I don't know how you make a V12 sound bad. They're just so creamy and beautiful and delicious. And this one sounds V6-y. I don't get how you do that. Nice job, Rolls-Royce. I know you're not supposed to be like a performance car-oriented business, but come on, man. You're making people buy a $300,000 car, something stupid like that, and you can't make it sound good? Come on. I know that's not the point of the car, but when you get on it, you want to hear a good sounding engine, and this thing sounds like doo-doo. But I guess that's not really the point of this video. The question at hand here is, does it drift? Yeah. Yeah, it drifts. It definitely drifts. Oddly enough, it could actually, it's got like 800 some odd horsepower, but it could use a little bit more because it doesn't have the easiest time digging itself out of deep angle, and that's probably partial. I could probably fix a little bit of that with a differential, and that I think it just stems from what I'm feeling top end, where it doesn't have a lot of punch. Over $7 grand maybe. It's just nobody's home, and that's one thing that kind of irritates me about this car. It's just like, usually in my cars, I like having nice solid torque so I can dig myself out of turns. This has that in spades. But the top end is, I mean, a lot of the time, if you have to dig yourself out of deep angle, you're going to be downshifting. And when you downshift, you want a nice big punch. And this car just doesn't give it to you. And while 800 horsepower is plenty at the peak number, once you get past that peak, it's downhill pretty fast. But that's not to say this is a bad car. If you're looking for just like something interesting, fun to drift, this is definitely in that realm. It's easy, just plug and play. It just works. And I don't understand why it does, but it does. So, thank you all very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like or a dislike, depending on what you thought. Subscribe if you want more. And I will see you all in the next video. No! I'm trapped! Ooh-wee. Oh, there's faster when you're wall running. That doesn't make sense to me, but... get out of here. Stupid AWOL.